Thoroughbreds, we are back again for another live show of the Penalty Broncos. Welcome back to this week's NRLW show, where we talk about the previous round's game, which is against the Roosters this time, and then we have a look at what's ahead for the ladies tomorrow, going up against the Dragons down there at Wynn Stadium. Hopefully, looking for a bounce back. Obviously, we had the loss last weekend, but we're also watching Wayne Bennett pull an absolute masterclass on the Sharks at the moment. We've got that going on the side, so we'll keep a tough eye on that one. As the Eels, this is the NRL by the way, we'll kick off. The Eels and the Rabbits could be an absolute pain in the ass for any team looking to try and make the eight if you got to come up against them. Good Lord. Good Lord. Online here, we've got Ringer. Mate, how you going? It's been a while. Been an absolute while.
Yeah, Britto, it's been a minute, mate, with the bye last week and everyone just absolutely running around in circles as we usually do. Life gets busy for everyone, and as I'm sure all the thoroughbreds understand, it was simpler times when we had the bye, wasn't it? We didn't have to have the heartbreak
Yeah. Yep.
of last night and the girls going down in the same sort of round, we can almost call it. So, yeah, hopefully we get a better result tomorrow for the ladies and we can sort of get some sort of positive out of this weekend, because I can tell you I'm still in the depths. I'm in the depths of misery and pain from last night's performance. Reese was onside. Hashtag Broncos robbed. But anyway, we won't go there because that's not the reason we lost the game. But
No.
I'm sure we'll get into it on the Sunday show where all the thoroughbreds will be able to, get the down low of what's going on.
Yeah, 100%. And we'll get that off our chest tomorrow night too. So make sure you tune in for the Monday podcast, Thoroughbreds. If you're listening to this tomorrow on the Sunday,
Yes.
we'll record
The autopsy.
Yeah, the autopsy. Oh my lord. Right. Well, we'll get into it then. So last weekend we hosted the Roosters at Totally Workwear Stadium of a capacity of 3,500 people. 1,924 of you beautiful people turned up to support the girls. Those Carter boys were there in the crowd as well, so it was good to see them doing a bit of work, as they say. First half, 10-24. We go down 14 points going into the sheds. Second half, 16-6, a lot better, but just not enough. 26-30 loss. The difference being the two goals that one that we missed, and then the one that we chose not to take, obviously, to try and get the quick kick away. So, yeah, bloody good game. And I honestly, I've watched it again to take the notes, and Roosters, I feel, got pretty lucky. We shot ourselves in the foot. We lost this game 100%. I don't think the Roosters were good. Obviously, I've got a stat here that. So the possession was 48% to 52%, so pretty even there. Completion rate 64% to us, and we still scored 26 points. So for sort of like a comparison, when we versed the Titans, we completed 29 sets from 37 attempted. We had 22 from 34 this time, and we scored 44 points on a 78% completion rate. And the Roosters didn't do much better. 72%, they had 27 completed sets out of 37 that they attempted. We won the average set meters, 42.39 to 38.18. Tackle efficiency, where we like to see it, 88.99% up against 80%. We completed 291 to 229, and I believe the Roosters missed tackles 28 to 46.
Yeah.
Was huge. So like right there to me just says we lost the game. We just made very, very silly errors. We made 13 of them to be exact. Another big error count coming off the back of the Titans there. Penalties were even, 5-all. Another good thing though, we had 100% kick defusal up against 80%. So yeah, interesting game. I was watching it. Firstly, I watched it from Maggie Island. For those that are following the socials, you would have noticed that the try scorer graphics weren't going up because I had it on the iPhone while we were trudging around. I had cousins up from Brisbane showing them the sights and whatnot. I think we had 16 people in our house over the weekend. Yeah, and we took up 7 of them. So got a big crowd to try and dwarf us. So, but it was good. It was good. We showed them the sights. I was panicking every time I'd look. We'd score. 30 seconds later, I look again and they've scored again. It was panic stations. And then I went and seen what the actual damage was when I got home. But did you get to see it, mate, or what did you do? Highlights?
Yeah, mate. This weekend, well, last weekend when this game was the camel races in Boulia, which is pretty much our biggest event of the year. So I didn't watch it live. I was running around Sideshow Alley with the kids, doing exactly what you were doing, going, oh, this is terrible. And then, oh, this is good. We're coming back. Here we go.
Yep.
And then, getting that sinking feeling at the end of the game. But, no, honestly, we probably lost this game in the first 15 minutes. I think an early stat there after the Roosters scored their second, I think it was 80-20 possession in that early period.
Yeah.
So, it's just you can't give a team like the Roosters that much ball. We dropped too much. 64% possession is completions is just not enough. You're always going to put yourself in a bad position, but like you said, shit, we nearly pinched it. We played pretty terribly. We defended pretty awfully, and we very nearly won the game against pretty much the other competition heavyweights this year. So there is definitely a lot of things to work on, but I would imagine there would be a lot of positives Prince will take out of this by saying, listen, ladies, if you hold that pill for probably even 3 more sets, we get away with this game easily. And there's a forward pass in this that led to a try for the Roosters that, whatever. You can't. If you're blaming the ref on because you lost, well, you didn't do enough to win the game. And that's very evident. However, it's still fucking annoying,
mate. Both our teams last weekend and this weekend. I've pointed out a few here in our little rundown that should have been called out. Like there's blatant shoulder charges. There's all sorts of stuff going on. And I'm actually pretty disappointed. I'm never usually a ref basher. I'll just be disappointed. Like I'm not angry. I'm just
not angry, disappointed, Dad.
Yeah, that's it. And there's a few things that you're like, we pay all this money for this bunker. We have all the best camera angles and everything, and we still fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I always say, bring back Bill Harrigan.
Yeah, just ref the fucking thing.
That's it. At least you know what you're going to get with Bill. And if you didn't agree with it, he didn't give a shit.
No, but then you got it back. Like he played the game, and I think too. Like even in the men's game, it's just the inconsistencies, isn't it? Yeah. It's across both codes at the not codes, but both premiership competitions at the moment, where you just want consistency. There was one in the Panthers game today. Isaac Targo goes and does whatever that was, and they award it, and you're like, that's fine. I pretty much agree with awarding it.
Yeah.
But you've awarded 2 this year, his and that Siwa Wong one, and you've taken away 25 from everyone else. It's just inconsistent, and it's not good enough, and it really isn't good enough. I'm sorry. I don't know whether we need more money pumped into that space to try and, get these fellas a bit better. But I was really disappointed this weekend in the calls that have come out.
Where we go wrong, I reckon, is how fast our game is.
Yeah.
Really the way to solve all this is to slow it down, take a break, what actually happened here, all that. But we're so used to a quick game, and we love a quick game. So I think that's where we sort of
Yeah,
come
exactly.
undone. But I mean, that's the same time, just let them go. Let them play football. If it's a blatant thing, like mostly Adam G's penalties are, where he has to call them,
Yeah.
so be it. Anyway, righto, we'll kick off with the run through of the game. I've got some notes here. Ringer, mate, if you just want to yell out as we go through it,
Will do.
we'll burn through. But anyway, we kick off. So the Roosters kicked off on that fine day. First set, we get to our fifth tackle, but we're on the 30-metre line. Really good defence from the Roosters. And I'm at the pub eating me, what I was at? I got a pizza, just so if you
Oh.
want to know. Wood fired. It was great. Supreme. I was eating that. And I was like, here we go. Premiership game. This should be the grand final. Decent kick. Awesome kick chase with a massive hit, pushing the fullback back onto the 30 metres. So they get to come out of there. Unfortunately, in the second minute, Jasmine Strange goes over for a try. We give away a penalty at the end of their first set. Tara
Yep.
McGrath West misses her one-on-one for Strange to fall over the try line. It looked like Tara went to wrap the ball up, like she hit, and then she went for a second grab to either do a steal or just wrap it up, and missed it. She was very disappointed, filthy with herself. Anyway, they converted the kick. That Jocelyn Kelleher can kick them.
My
like
God.
Good Lord.
The first two,
Yeah.
unbelievable. But there's going to be, I'll get to it later, but Tara definitely had a game to forget.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple in this that we'll get to. But, yeah, definitely a soft first try. But the Roosters were very energetic in their running, just straight, hard. It was, good football.
100%. The set after points, we touch the loose ball to give the Roosters 6 again. Roosters lose possession, though, on a loose carry. Mallet drops the ball off the scrum to hand possession back. And I'm
Yep.
like, what is going on at this point?
Yep.
Quick note, Bree Spreadborough, good line speed, solid contact. She was in everything. Just she's been so good into that lock roll. Real breath of fresh air, I guess you could say. Almost like a little yappy dog, just in and about being annoying.
Oh,
But she tries
proper
a bit harder.
healer.
Seventh minute, try to. Now I'm going to butcher this. Taina Navidi, I think it is. At
Yeah.
that point, and this is where you were saying, at that point, it is a 20% to 80% possession.
Yeah.
Just awful. We haven't got the ball through the hands, catch and pass, winger goes over. And we really need to clean up the errors. Jocelyn doesn't miss at this point. Kick converted, 0-12.
One
Set
of
up.
the
Yeah.
one of the all-time kicks too. That you got,
Oh, mate.
and this is the exponential growth of the women's game. Last year before, there is not a fucking fathom that
Yeah.
ball's going to get over from a sideline conversion from the ladies' game. Now, it was arrow straight, and it only just scraped over. But I mean, it was a fucking conversion that
Yeah.
any single player that kicks goals for their fucking team would be happy with. It's such a it's just one of them little things that, like, when you start watching the game a bit more closely, you go, well, these are the little parts in it that really make a difference, and that really, are showing how the game's progressing so much. So it's great to see,
100%.
even though it's a shame that we're fucking 12 down at this point.
She doesn't give herself much time to second guess either. She sort of lines
No.
it up, steps back out to the side, off we go.
Kicks the shit out of it. Yep.
Good. Set after points, the Roosters get a 59-metre gain. They kick it on our 40, caught on the 10 by Upton. Roosters forward back winning the contact is a note that I've got here. I was a bit concerned here. 10 minutes in, Chelsea Lenarduzzi is off already.
Yeah.
And Destiny Brill comes on. I did see that interchange, and I was like, please tell me she's not injured. But she must have just been gassed in that 10. Like, obviously she's been coming off the bench, probably not used to the pace, straight off the kickoff and whatnot. But Destiny had an absolute game as well. I think she might have been up there for player of the match.
Yeah.
Potentially. She's got some great stats. So in the 11th minute, Thoroughbreds, we complete our first set. That wasn't from the kickoff. 11 minutes we've been trying.
And when
Unfortunately,
you're playing
yeah.
35-minute halves, 11 minutes is a long time to complete a set.
And when you're playing the Roosters as well, that's a lot of
Yeah,
defense.
100%.
That's awful. Unfortunately, in the 11th minute, though, I tried a Tessa Pool. Bree spread her up and put pressure on the ball carrier, tipped it on the pool. Rest of the defense just seemed to switch off, and she ran through. Upton had no chance stopping her. Ali tried. She came over the top, tried to wrap the ball up, but just too big, too close to the line. Once she got to her, fell over, kick converted, 0-18. Starting to look very shit.
No, it
We
was.
are we are 11 minutes in and we are 18 points down.
And that's the it wouldn't have mattered, because if the pass was backwards, she's still crashing through because the hole was there. But
Yeah.
that ball was so fucking far forward. It was.
Yeah.
But anyway, the hole was there. If she was one step back, it wouldn't have changed the result. So,
Yeah.
like, it's different if she, only just got there or something. But, like, the Broncos can't blame it on that, because our defense at the moment looks shot. The Roosters so energetic, good leg speed, getting to their front, quick play the balls, and we're just all at sea.
Yeah, 100%. Interchange for the Roosters in the 14th minute. Eliza Lapamua comes on for Rima Butler, who has a break. Just a note that the Roosters have been lucky with some calls. Yeah, okay. Forward passes, sloppy play the balls being let go. I've got that as a note there. You can already see that what's going on there, sort of thing. So, anyway, 16th minute, Roosters' fifth tackle kick goes just dead in goal. Upton left it, but I mean, I don't think she was getting it to anyone. Thank God it went on the other side of the corner post.
Yeah.
So we get a 7 tackle set. Stats on the screen at this point. Possession is 26% to 74%.
Yeah.
And the tackles are 68 to 28.
Yeah.
Really starting to mount up there. 17th minute, though. Hello fucking Luya. Try to Upton. A slow peel penalty to the Roosters after a Johnson line break. 10 metres out gives us a set on their line. Second time we have been in this position, but this time we execute. Kick not converted, 4-18.
And
chat there on that one, mate?
just Tamika Upton was on the left-hand side of the ruck, but just before they were playing the ball, she sweeps to the other side and gets an overs call, obviously, and then does what she does, because they're so worried about Julia. She does it again later on when she scores a try. It's the next try, actually, I think, in the game, where she does the same thing, where they're that worried about Julia Robinson and Hayley Maddock that she just shows the ball in two hands, creates herself a little bit of a gap, and then just charges for the line. So very, very smart play by Tamika. Unfortunately, Romy knocks them over for fun, and I just don't think she took the bloody wind into account there, because the kick was good. It just faded away with the breeze.
Yeah, 100%. Upton, look, 5 metres out, if she gets a little bit of a gap, she's over. It's gone. It's like watching a touch player, little whippet thing racing in there. Interchange 2 for the Roosters. Carlisle goes on, Poole comes off. Set after points, we kick on the 4th, so a bit of an early kick. Solid chase from Ali, who smacks the fullback. Thoroughly enjoyed Ali's defense in this game, actually. She had a really good go at it. Roosters start their set 33 metres out from their line. Jada continuing her form at dummy half, and she has grown another leg in that role. Since playing in that Origin, she's really taken this season in her own hands, sort of thing. She's very controlling around the ruck, very crafty. And yeah, it's good to see. 20th minute, Melly makes a mistake on the kick return, losing the ball and gifting possession to the Roosters in great field position. Melly really had a stinker to start the game.
Yeah.
And you could see that she was really shitty about it as we went into the second half. She had a point to prove there. So we had some great defense. Go, mate.
Just up about she's marking up on Jess Surges, so no wonder, she's probably built herself up so much, and then just in trying too hard to try and get the upper hand on probably one of the best centers in the game, You can
Yeah,
see that like it was over effort sometimes, and but she comes good later
yeah,
on.
yeah. Some couple of notes here. Some great defense on our line, and it really was. We had like back-to-back sets there for a bit.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, we concede high tackles and just making very silly areas, making it very difficult on ourselves. Interchange two for us. Aneta Claudia Nuasala comes on. Keely Joseph has a break. And this is when I was kind of expecting, or a little bit earlier actually, expecting Chelsea to have a break, but obviously she needed one a bit earlier. Amber Hall comes on for the Roosters in their third interchange. Amber Hall, now I've got a little bit here. I think she should have been penalised for a shoulder charge on Upton later on in the game, but she is a bit of a freak
yeah,
of an athlete. She can play. Good Lord, she can play.
yeah.
I've been watching her for the last 2 years, and every time she comes on, she just makes a difference. It's bloody great to see.
A very explosive player.
Yeah,
Makes some
yep.
meters damage.
And an offload on it too. Very
Yeah, yeah.
cheeky. 22nd minute penalty for not clearing the ruck. Repeats it again. I thought this rule was not a thing. I don't know. Like, didn't we see it in a men's game as well? Like there was something where someone got involved in it, and Adam Reynolds maybe or something. Anyway, might have not been our game, but Robbie is literally just laying there, just, just flat out, and
Oh
they,
yeah,
they
yeah, 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 yeah,
they pick it up and they penalise her, and I'm like, hang on, I thought we got rid of that rule.
yeah.
Like you just, as long as you're still, it's on the dummy half to clear the ruck.
Exactly.
Anyway,
And
I don't know.
it was
Someone with the rules
in a
explains it.
game. It was in a game this weekend. It might have been the Cows game. There was definitely a penalty for that.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
just I'm confused.
yeah,
Someone with the rule book tell me what it is. Anyway, 23rd minute there. Roosters loose ball picked up by Upton. Great defense on our line for so many repeat sets.
yeah.
Um, sorry, I just got a bit here. All right, so interchange four, Rima Butler on. She's had a small break for the Roosters there. Lopamua comes off. Stats on the screen, tackled in the opposition 20, 5 to 12.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
really getting into the work there. The
We're just
Roosters
not
were.
we're just not win we're just not winning the field position.
Yeah, that's it. 25th minute, Bree Spreadbrook held up over the line.
Oh,
Sent to the bunker, close, no cigar. Nearly goes over in the next play as well. Just all effort. Try to Upton though, a couple of plays later, gets a one-on-one with Amber Hall. That's a try time every day of the week. 30th try for Upton, her 7th career double. This time the kick is converted, and now it is 10-18. I think I had to leave the pub at this point, and we had to go and look at some rock wallabies or something. So the old iPhone was getting a workout there as we were walking around doing that sort of stuff.
yeah. When I watched the replay in full, poor old Bree, she was so close. She actually,
mate.
that first attempt when she actually got over the line, she nearly reached over the player and got it down anyway. It was only that far from getting to the grass. But she actually, I think she slipped or something in that movement getting to the line, which made her, kept her out of the scoring, certainly. There's actually probably 3 times in this game where Bree was so close to getting a meat pie and didn't get over. She's an absolute weapon. Proud of the Penalty Broncos for absolutely calling this early in her career. So
Yeah.
we'll keep that one up the sleeve.
Bloody oath. 28th minute. Sorry, so set after points. Third tackle knock on from a netter. Errors are going to come back to haunt us is what I've got written there. Obviously, I know the result. I'm taking these notes as I'm looking at the replay sort of thing. But I was like, I can just tell that if we had to clean this up at the start, we would have probably finished strong. As we go. 28th minute, try to Olivia Kernick. Just a crash play close to the line. Olivia Kernick is another animal as well. You're not stopping her that far out. She hit the hole perfectly. But that was Tara McGrath West again. that missed that tackle. And I think I commented last week in the Titans game how good she was, how solid her defense was. So definitely an off game for her.
I think it was definitely an off game. She just got a bit lost in where she had to be for the first try, and then this one, she was involved in the tackle beforehand, and then when she peeled out, she obviously went too far. She got on the other side of the post, and then it was very smart play for them to hit the short runner on the inside of the post. So Tara was all at sea. She was just out of position. But uncharacteristic, I think, from what we've seen so far. But something, no doubt, that she'll be working on, I'd imagine.
Unfortunately, I seen her on Insta today in a moon boot. So that injury is coming up soon as well. But and another unfortunate thing with the kick converted for the Olivia Koenig try, 10-24. That's the most that we have conceded in a half in our premiership history.
There you go.
So, again, the fact that we lost by 4 points, quite amazing. We go to the interchange for 2. So Anetta comes off, Chelsea goes on, Keely is back on, and Destiny gets a break. Set after points, the Roosters gain 38 metres, so we aim up a bit in defence. They get to their kick. Kick goes dead in goal. And so 7 tackles set to us. And I've got a note here, her funga starting to fire.
Yeah.
Is she really starting to come into her own there? Very rough call on Keely, where they claim she loses it, but shows no separation. The commentator at this point also mentioned, they don't have captain's challenges. And I was like, yeah, they do.
They do.
What? When did that? I was like, hang on. So I had to Google it. And I was like, yeah, they do. Anyway, they decide not to challenge that one. Very rough when you watch the replay. You can't see any separation at all. Set for set to see out the first half. Some great touch footy style on the last play by us, trying to just score something or make something happen. So I thought that was good going into the sheds. Like throw that around, nothing happened. They didn't score. We can do it. They missed some tackles, all that. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, mate. It's a half that they'll hopefully not repeat again this year, right up until the big dance, hopefully. Just a few defensive lapses. You just can't give teams that much ball. Like we've seen that in the men's game. You just can't. It's in the NRL or NRLW these days. You just can't give teams that much possession, and it's going to catch up to you. So, that trick shot right at the end was a bees from coming off, which would have actually made a huge difference. I believe, but once again, we shouldn't have been in that position. But you can definitely see that the girls can turn it on when they want to, and we're just about to see that come in the second half.
Yeah, that's it. Especially when your opponent's going up in sixes.
Exactly.
And Jocelyn ain't missing, so she's pretty rough. But a couple of stats there, real quick: 40% to 60% possession, completion rate 9 out of 15 for us, and 13 out of 18 to the Roosters. 430 run meters to 602. 135 post contact to 223, 3 line breaks to 6, 18 missed tackles to 23. So they're missing tackles. I'm thinking that Scotty might have pointed that out in the shed as well, that they weren't winning that contact as good as they were in the first couple of minutes.
And that was noticeable, was when the Roosters when they had ball and they were getting on a roll, we weren't slowing them down, and that's why all of a sudden it went from it went from them not being in dangerous territory to them being on our 15-10 very quickly, because they'd get 2 quick play the balls in a row, and then those big forwards in the middle just kept coming at us, and then it's very hard to wrestle back that sort of momentum when they've got players like Jess Surgis out wide. It's very hard to sort of counteract it.
100%. Jasmine Strange, the first try scorer for them as well, was having a great game at that point. She's another winger turned out, outside edge sort of thing. So interesting there to see that. But There was a couple of sparks with our girls. I know Gail was sort of getting a bit energetic there towards the end
Yeah,
of the first half. She was really
definitely.
trying to push something. Julia just doing her thing like she does. But everyone else was relatively quiet, as you know, from what I could see anyway.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's possession, isn't it? Like
yeah, yeah,
it's yeah, it's hard to get those sort of good statistical numbers up when you just don't have the ball and you drop it. Like our tackle numbers are amazing. Like you look at Breeze at the moment, like she's trying to hold that middle together, and then. But anyway, we do turn it around in the second half.
yeah, 100%. So we kick off in that second half. Unfortunately, we give away a penalty to gift another back-to-back set to them. Just not the best. Now, interesting enough as well, this is where Tara hurt her foot. We got an interchange. So the 35-minute halves, 35 minutes and 2 seconds, Laura Dam comes on for Tara McGrath West. And you can see sort of where that happened as well. If you go and watch that replay, she's obviously out for a little bit in a moon boot, still doing a few workouts and whatnot, but hopefully she's only out for a couple of rounds. 39th minute, penalty to the Roosters for holding down, tap and go, and Jada knocks it on to give it back again. And
Yeah,
just
exactly.
frustrated. I was like, fuck, here we go again. 41st minute, captain's challenge, lost ball, successful, but in the replay shows a swinging arm as well as no lost ball. And I don't think anything comes out of it. We just get the ball back, but there's nothing out of it. I'm like,
Yeah,
hang on,
yeah.
like what are we going to go here? 43rd minute, great line break by Lenarduzzi and an offload to Dan. We go wide and right for Upton to put a grubber in. Blatant shoulder charge by Amber Hall goes unchecked by all officials, and it was bad,
Very bad. I've
very
seen this
very
in the thing.
bad.
And
Pissed me off.
I don't know about you, Britto, but how are we missing these days?
Yeah, yeah.
With the amount of eyes on this, like, I don't know. It just seems very hard to miss a blatant shoulder charge.
Mate, even the commentators picked it up straight away.
Yep, both of
They
them.
were
Yep.
like, yep. They were just like, oh, look, I don't think she wrapped her arm. Oh, we got another angle. Yeah, no, that's a shoulder charge.
Yeah.
Anyway, 44th minute, the Roosters go for a double interchange. Poole comes on, Butler goes off, Burton comes on, Keely Davis goes off. And then we also go in the 56th minute or close thereabout. Destiny Brill comes back off, and Chelsea has another break.
Yep.
So yeah, not sure what's going on with Chelsea there, because I would expect her to have a bit more in the tank than that. So 48th minute, Corbin Baxter knocks on and gives our ladies a scrum feed 40 metres from the try line. Gale sends it forward to Julia for us to turn it over again. Another play, one error.
Play one.
Play one.
Rings true into the Friday night game for the men, doesn't it?
Must have drunk the same water, I reckon.
Yeah, they must play on like a super curved field, like when they're training, because there's some fucking forward passes happening in our guys.
Interchange number 7 for us. Keely goes off. Anetta comes back on. 51st minute. Destiny Brill placed on report for a hip drop.
Yeah.
I've got a note here. Gail can now keep in mind Destiny doesn't show up on the judiciary at all.
Okay.
So she gets cleared from that almost immediately. Pretty
Yep.
much.
Match review.
I've got it that Gail can kick a torpy bomb. That one that she sent, that was to be, well, it had to be 40 meters, and it was spiraling. It would have made a lot of people nervous. So, in the 51st minute, the Roosters go for their 7th. Lupamua comes on. Carlisle goes off. 52nd minute, try to Anetta. Roosters concede an error in the red zone, trying to work it out. Anetta looked threatening a few tackles prior, but a hit and spin proved too good. Kick converted, 16-24, and I'm on the iPhone now going, ooh, what is going on?
100%. We're starting to surge back. You can see the energy lift across the board. This is where Bree could have scored again. I think there's the play before the try.
Correct.
I don't know if it was just Destiny Brill or Jade, jumped out of dummy half anyway, and like dummy to Bree, who was steaming onto it and would have went over untouched, but they dummied and went to take them themselves. It was like, so close. And then the next play, they score a try. So
Yeah.
good work from the girls. Good work from Anetta.
Shout out to Anetta too. Obviously, she hasn't made the top squad this year yet. This is her first game. Took it with both hands. Very energetic. I know she made a couple of errors and whatnot, but she was trying her ass off all game, which is good to see. It's what you want to see. Interchange number 8 in the 53rd minute for the Roosters. Nasio comes on for Hall, and Amber Hall has a break. The set after points, Anetta with the back fence run off the kickoff. Love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, oh, well, I'm either finding me front or I'm going to hospital. Like, it was one of those kind of attitude. But
Do your best.
Yeah, exactly. 41-meter gain, and we executed the kick, which was good to see. 3 minutes later, 56th minute, try to lure a dam. 50-meter out, play the ball. Jada to Gale, back inside the Jada. Another change in direction to Upton for a line break. Through and pass, straight to Dam. Dam high knees it. Just absolutely scooting in. Damaging play from 50 metres out. Kick converted, 22-24.
Contender for try of the year here, or what? Has to be.
It was a slick bit. That was a Melbourne Storm type.
Yeah,
sort of
the
stuff.
old Melbourne Storm play, the yo-yo. Out in, and Tamika just absolutely steaming onto it. She had, like, even though they created a bit of a gap, she still had to work her ass off to get herself through that first initial tackle, keep her balance, and then get into the backfield and then set up Lauren Dam. It's surely that's in the highlight reel at the end of the year at Dally M's.
Gotta be, 100%. And the set after points as well, huge 74-meter gain.
Yep.
Huge run from Brill and Anetta. Brill's meant to be our number 14, but she's out there running bloody front row shape. Sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So that was good. Ends with a coast-to-coast backline movement. Romy one-handed palm with an offload to Julia, who's held up over the line.
Yeah.
That was close.
Barely,
mate. That was a beautiful bit of play.
Good defense. You got to give it to the Roosters there. They did well. Just it's pretty hard to stop Julie Robinson.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean the fact that Romy had that one hand out, like she knew it was on, made it available, gave it, and then just great work. I'm pretty sure it was a fullback that held her up.
Yep.
We go for number 8. Anetta comes off. Keely comes back on. And then Keely Davis for the Roosters comes back on with Shorten Burton going off in the 59th minute, 60th minute. And then there's a bit of nothing going on. 61st minute, Rima Butler comes on. Poole has another break. 62nd minute, Tamika Upton knock on from a 5th tackle kick by the Roosters.
Yeah.
Just a terrible time and location to do an error like that. And then 64th minute, try to Olivia Koenig. Punished for the Upton error. Misread in defence by Brill. Kick converted, and they get out to 22-30.
And this was just a little dagger, wasn't it? It was a dagger to all the momentum we had, and it's just amazing how one mistake in just a poor mistake in a bad part of the ground, and then we're all at sea. You could see we panicked. There's a bit of trouble on our left edge, and I know Tamara McGraw went. She's hurt, so we had to have a bit of a reshuffle. But I think that's something we need to definitely work on, is that left edge defense, because all game looked a bit, just not as much communication. And because I think it was Destiny on this play went up to try and shut down a play, but didn't get the ball carrier and didn't get the person that it was passed to. So it just went up in nose man's land and then give them all the space in the world behind them. So it's just something that they need to work on. But yeah, this was heartbreak stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Interchange number 9 for us. Hang on, I've jumped ahead. My bad. We get Koenig. They score 22-20. Interchange number 9. Chelsea comes back on. Destiny goes back off in the 64th minute after that try's converted. Roosters set after points. Silly penalty from Romy with a late leg pull in the
Yeah.
tackle. Get a set started 30 metre out. I couldn't believe when I seen that. I was like, that's got to be purely frustration out of Romy.
It's got to be frustration, got to be a bit of fatigue, because surely players in the professional realm of rugby league know that as soon as you come up with a leg, it's a penalty these days. We've seen Latrell Mitchell do it in State of Origin, so it's just a brain fade, obviously, that happens just for no reason. So, it is frustrating when it happens, though.
Yeah, and we see Luai do it tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Just no reason for it. Nearly tried to twist his ankle off.
Yeah, and what? There's nothing. You don't gain anything.
Yeah, exactly. The Roosters set after points. I got that, so they start 30 out. 66-minute line break by Johnson. So we managed to hold him out there. We get out. We defuse the kick. We get to play the ball straight out to Johnson. Girl has some wheels on her, is what I've written here.
Yeah,
she was burning. If that fullback had stumbled, she was away. But she's wrapped up by the fullback Parker. Quick play the ball, sees Surges not square at marker, but she can't resist and gets sent to the bin. And Gail let her fucking know about it too.
I know. Gail was fucking Jesus. I thought they were going to fucking throw hands there for a second. She was up her.
Mate, if you done that in the blokes, if you sat there with your hands in her face going, fuck off sort of thing, she'd be up and about. And I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to get a bit on here, but...
Obviously been doing it all game, ref. Get rid of the bench.
Yeah, 100%. 68th minute, try to Johnson. Gale with great vision to attack the short side where Surges would have been. Bit going on here, though. Jada hurts her ankle. Rain starts to fall. They decline the kick for a quick restart. And I got a bit pumped up watching this replay, knowing full well that we lose. I was like, fuck, we got fucking close.
Oh shit, yeah.
If we didn't have that 15-minute period at the start of the match, this is a whole another ball game sort of thing. So
100%, we were in the hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, this last play that we'll get to.
Yeah. Interchange number 10. Obviously, Jada has to come off. Destiny comes back on. Set after points. Chelsea and Keeley get it to the 40 meters in 2 tackles. It was a very deep kick too. Chelsea I think she was the one that brought it back. She's a bit down on the old mouth guard and had a real lot crack. Yeah. Real out of dummy half, goes for a run, gets Kodanged. Set restart 50 meters. Destiny lost her feet playing the ball, penalty. And I'm like, are we fucking serious? We had them at 6. We would have had them. Like, anyway, we got Ali there. We got Gale on a bit of a burn.
Yeah,
Tamika Harpton snooping around. But the Roosters lose possession in the next set. Scrum in the middle of the field, 30 meters out. Gale a chip kick, but she just needed to push it that little bit deeper for Upton because she had her for speed. But it was gathered up by the Roosters, and they obviously run out the clock for a victory. What do you
Absolutely. The play was so right. And not unfortunately, because I'm glad they did it. But I mean, the speed and effort on which that whole left side were running onto that ball off that scrum gave that fullback absolutely zero choice but to come forward. And it was on. It was so fucking on. And Gail and you can imagine what's going through her head. She would have been pumped up and she's thinking, okay, don't kick it dead. And she's just... it's like when you're standing over a fucking 3-footer in that, like it's straight to the hole for a bird or a par, and you bitch it and leave it fucking 6 inches short. It's just the intention was good, everything was right, and you just didn't give it enough. So it was definitely on because, and I was in the same boat as you. I knew we'd lost the fucking game, and when we had that play and she kicked it, I was like, what the fuck happened here? Did they take it off us for being offside or something? Because this looked like a try and then just didn't get the bounce. I was like,
And I'm pretty sure that was Olivia Koenig, that she didn't go into the scrum. She knew that it was on.
Yeah.
Knew Parker needed a bit of support out there. So great play to her. couple of notes here. 5 tries apiece. Broncos missed 1 conversion, didn't take another. That was the difference. I feel like this will be the grand final.
Yeah.
We need to clean up how we start, get comfy, and tighten up our defense. And what I mean by get comfy, it seemed like when we were running it and had a roll on, we were comfortable as shit.
Yeah.
That's right in our wheelhouse. Like if you don't slow that play the ball down, and we can find our front, good.
We're gonna hurt the shit out of you. Yep.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Eerily similar to the other Broncos team that we follow,
mate. I keep trying
But,
to avoid that.
I think what I take away from this game as a horribly one-eyed Bronco supporter is that there's more for us to take out of it than the Roosters. The Roosters played a great game. You sure they could have completed a couple more sets? But they put 30 on us and nearly fucking lost, and we dropped the ball half the time we had it. Like, I think there's if we tidy up what we have to tidy up, we do this. We get this game not very, but a lot more easily. Like we only got to stop 1 try and not drop the ball all the time, and there's a chance we win this by 12-18. So I think there's positives coming out of it, but it is very disappointing. As you said, it's that seems to be inability across our whole club at the moment to just take some punishment and wear it and be happy in that grindy, shitty football, defend till we die sort of stuff. We seem to be very comfortable in the fact that, okay, you score 20, we'll score 25. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem...
I'm putting it down to this is the loss that we needed to have.
Early on, exactly. We've had easy run in so far, and we've relied on our attack. We didn't have to defend too much early on in this season, so I'll go with you on that. And I think if we won this game right, if that Gal Broughton kick did get us a win, could that possibly hurt us more in the back end of the year than losing it and having something to lean on? Because we'll obviously face them sometime during the finals, I would imagine. So having this loss now, like you said, is it something we can lean on going forward that we can say, like, we're not going to fucking let this happen again. This is where we lost it. This is what their strengths are. Because if we get away with a shitty win, do we just fall back into our old habits? So hopefully we learn a lot from this.
100%. It'd be interesting to see how they play tomorrow.
100%.
Up against the Dragons there too. Because the Dragons are... Let me just have a look. So the Dragons are sitting 6th at the moment. They've played 3, 1, 2. It's the exact same as us. Their for and against is 12. So they've had a couple of close wins. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see how we go. All right. Getting into the player of the matches. Thoroughbred, Jada Ferguson. Ended up being Thoroughbred's choice. 68 minutes. 13 runs for 107 metres and 15 post-contact, which is pretty wicked for a dummy half. 12 dummy half runs for 97 metres.
Incredible.
So, good eyes up footy. 2 line break assists, 1 try assist, 1 offload, 40 tackles with 6 missed for an 87% efficiency. Like, not everyone didn't get out of this. 2 errors, 2 handling errors, 1 penalty. We all across the board had a couple of stack up. I've gone for Aneta Claudia Nuasala as my player of the match. I feel like she just, if we had won it, you could have looked back and gone, well, Aneta, the energy that she brought off the bench there,
set the platform.
She only played 21 minutes. She had 4 points with 1 try. She did 9 runs for 91 metres, 32 post contact. We're looking at, I think that was about 2 minutes in between runs. So she was taking a run every set, basically. Wasn't shying away from the work. 1 line break, 4 tackle breaks, 8 tackles, so not much on there, but she didn't miss any. 100%
Yep.
efficiency, 1 error and 1 handling error.
I very much agree. Jesus. Thoroughbreds, if anyone's got a fucking cure other than a lead fucking tip bullet for this fucking cough I've had for a month and a half, just want to give a special shout out to our girl, Bree Spready.
Yep.
16 runs, 129 metres, 44 post contact, 4 tackle breaks, 49 tackles, 4 missed, 0 errors.
Yeah.
That woman is setting benchmarks at our club.
Yeah.
Coming from last year where she wasn't even a walk-up start to come onto the wing, to move into essentially the kingpin of our middle, like our what do we call it? Our engine room, and to be putting numbers up like that, so bloody happy, so bloody proud of her. And yeah, I'll tell every thoroughbred until I'm blue in the face. The penalty Broncos bloody panel pick this shit. And, you know, if there's any talent scouts out there that need a bit of a hand looking over some video, fucking look no further, because pretty sure that we were the ones calling this shit last year when she only played 2 games. So big ups to us, and absolutely fucking love that. But good on her. And if she keeps those numbers up, I think there's going to be some rep jerseys in her future, 100%.
100%. She's putting in a good argument. She's always busy. I know she's noticeably smaller, but got a bit of a punch behind her.
Exactly. Dallas Johnson was a tiny human too.
True. So top stats, most tackles spread bro on 49. This is the second week she's topped this stat for us. Koenig on the Roosters had 41. Robinson, 3rd week in a row that she's had the most run meters on 166. Kelly on the Roosters there had 170. Upton had 3 line breaks. Poole had 2. Most points went to Upton with 8. Again, Robinson, most post contact, 72 meters. Butler had 69. Robinson and Bree had the most runs. They tied on 16.
Yep.
Love to see that. Someone else taking that mantle of Robinson. Kelly for the Roosters, 17. Most offloads went to Brigginshaw on 3. Kelly had 2 for the Roosters. And most tackle breaks went to Melee and Keely Joseph on 6.
Yeah.
So good stuff, girls. In the back line there, we had Upton, Johnson, Hafunga, Robinson, Maddock. Mate, shout out again, just Julia Robinson doing her thing. 16 runs, 166 meters, 72 post contact. Incredible stuff. Robinson and Maddock went clean sheet of errors.
Yep, huge.
Yeah.
And we didn't go there. We didn't go their edge very often.
No.
Well,
we didn't.
They went looking for work, but I mean, we didn't get usually the amount of ball that we would like down that alley.
Yeah, and again, like you said before, that comes through errors.
100%. Yeah. You don't hold the ball, it's pretty hard to fucking spread it.
Yeah, that's it. Where was the most errors came from the back line? They had 5. But the halves had 4 as well.
Yep.
So horrid stuff there. And that 100% tackle efficiency went to Hafunga on 12. Yeah. Anyone to shout out there in the back line, mate?
No, Julia, as usual. I think young Ferguson absolutely going to do some damage as she matures into that role, because that lead up to that last try where she made the break and just started, like, she's got some wheels, because there wasn't much of an alley there for her to make that sort of break. And then to have the smarts in that last try for us, she was going to the corner and then just stops on a dime, cuts back inside. I think there's some absolute greatness coming in her future.
Yeah, on that side, and like you can see with the stats here, with the runs and the run meters, she did 2 line break assists there, 40 tackles. Like that's nothing to skirt away from.
100%.
In the engine room there, shout out to who do I have? I had Romy there. She did pretty well. Spreadbro, you've already shouted out, obviously. Keely Joseph, 36 tackles, one missed, one ineffective for 95% tackle efficiency while playing 49 minutes.
Yeah.
Good stuff there. And then in the bench, we had a few points come from here. So Laura and Dam obviously went over. Anetta went over. Destiny Brill, 9 runs, 98 metres, 37 post contact. 4 tackle breaks, 17 tackles, 0 missed. She had 1 error, but other than that, clean sheet. Dam and Lafayette, she didn't get on. Lafayette, I didn't realise that.
Did you find that strange that during that time, when we had What a Doozy off and on, that we couldn't find a spot for Lafayette to come on for a little bit there? But anyway, obviously Princey had a plan. But yeah, it just seemed if maybe Chelsea, was crook or something, and they weren't expecting to get her off and on so often, so the interchanges just didn't line up. But it seemed funny to be carrying her on the bench when if you could have carried a middle to just sort of help that out a bit. But anyway, it hopefully she gets a run.
Hopefully. We've got the team list coming up now. So we'll go for the week ahead. Injuries, Shanae Sissoko is obviously doing rehab on her knee. Brianna Clark doing rehab on her ankle, but she should be, I think she's in the list. I'll just have a quick look here. Yep, she's in the list for tomorrow's game. Shala Sisosu. How do we say it?
Yeah, that one. Suasu.
Yeah, something like that. Sternum injury. I wonder... That was a late pull-out because obviously Anetta got the call up.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she did that in the warm-up.
Yeah, captain's run or something.
Yeah, something like that. And Tara, I've got down here, foot round 6 to 7. So she's out a little bit, but she'll be back before the final.
Well, I did see in regards to Shanae Sissoko, I was on one of the socials. I seen somewhere where they were doing whatever fucking game they were doing. She was not strapped and out of the brace. So hopefully might be some signs that there's a bit of improvement there because she's a Queensland representative. It's a handy one to have there in that back line.
100%. She's not on the extended or anything, so
no.
We'll just watch this space. Tail of the tape. We're going down to the Dragons there at Wynn Stadium, like I said at the start. 1:45 p.m. kickoff. Make sure you get around at Thoroughbreds. We have played them 8 times. We've won 7. We're sitting second. They're sitting 6th. We're tied on points. Premiership odds, the Dragons are $23. We have actually shortened up again, even though we did lose, to $2.63. This game, the odds are $3.37 when I was doing this to $1.32.
Jesus.
A little bit of value there. I wonder what 13 plus is paying. Anyway, the last time we met...
Broncos fan.
Broncos fan, mate. I can tell you right now. I've got it right here. $2.18. Not bad.
For 13 plus. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we add an Upton and we add Chelsea Lenarduzzi to that. We'll get some juicy odds.
Always got to add a Chelsea Lenarduzzi.
What a doozy.
Across last week, but that's just because we backed her probably.
Yeah.
Where is she? $5 she's paying.
100%.
For an any-timer.
Righto, Thoroughbred. So Broncos 13 plus, Upton, Robinson, Lenarduzzi. Put all that together for $26. Bet responsibly, bet for fun, not the rent, and all the rest of it. But there's my bet for the week for the Thoroughbreds following along at home.
Good shit. On the fly. If you're listening to this late, it's unfortunate for you if it gets up.
Yeah. Oh, you'll know. You'll hear about
you'll
it at
know.
least if you're
Yeah,
not on
yeah.
it.
100%. I just put that on in the bet with mates that we got going on, mate. I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't as well. But
No, no.
anyway, well, last time we met, the Dragons was at Allianz round two. 12 tries. Sorry, 2 tries to 5 for a 12-28 scoreline where we won. Their current. What do they got going on here? So we've had Tigers win, Titans win, Roosters loss. They've had Raiders win, Roosters loss, Bulldogs win. So they were the ones that ended the Bulldogs streak there at the start of the season. And the team list. So Tamika Upton as captain, Kerry Johnson, Mele Hafunga, Julia Robinson, Hayley Maddock, Gail Broughton, Ali Brigginshaw, Keely Joseph, Jada Ferguson, Brianna Clark, Lauren Dam, Romy Tito, Teitzel, Bree Spreadbra, Destiny Brill, Chelsea Lenarduzzi, Aneta Claudia Nuasala is rewarded with a bench spot this week. And we have Skylar Adams at 17.
Yep.
Very interesting selection by Princey here.
Yeah, huge.
Skylar Adams, if people don't know, is supposed to be Ali's replacement once she does retire. So, going to be very interesting to see how they use her, whether they actually use this game to blood her a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know how many games. I know she has played a game, but I don't know how many. On the extended bench, we have Lafayette, Hudson, so that's Montoya, Hudson, Misa, Georgia Bartlett, and Lavinia Gould makes an appearance on the extended bench.
I've got a question because I can't see
Go.
it at the moment, Britto. What happened to Miss Bostock for the Dragons? Is she hurt?
Yeah, I believe she is. I believe she is.
Okay. I'll be just looking for it in the team list and I can't even see. I can't see
Yeah.
where.
She's not on the extended.
No, so she must have got hurt. So that's a huge out because she's been absolutely fucking killing it for the Dragons. So that might be why the short odds, because the Dragons are absolutely no pushover. You know, that Hannah Southwell as their lock for a start is, you know, she's an international. So yeah, I was just looking through. Tegan Barry's a gun too, but yeah, I just didn't see Bostock's name and I couldn't see what was going on. So hopefully she recovers because she's breakout star for the NRLW.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find in the casualty ward.
Yeah.
Finger. It's got here finger. So she might have broke one, eh?
Hope so.
Yeah.
We'll leave that right there.
Yeah. Poor Indy. She was on a bit of a heater in the first couple of rounds for sure.
Oh, 100%. I think she was the difference in the Bulldogs game from the little bit of highlights. Yeah. There's an actual NRLW show that I've seen a little bit of, and it's an abomination that they have it on so early in the night. Why they couldn't put it on a weeknight that's not stupid o'clock early so people could watch it's beyond me. But, yeah, they were giving her very big raps.
And then just to run through the Dragons, Tegan Berry, Margot Vella, Indy Bostock is named here on this one when it came out, but obviously she's been taken off. Her replacement, let me just find that. Again, I've got some gripes with the NRLW and how slack they are on updating certain things. So Indy Bostock is replaced by Margot Vella. No. Oh no, they moved Keely Brown into the centres and they brought on Lindell.
Okay.
Number 15.
Yeah, Shania Lindell. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So she's gone to the centres. So that's why I'm looking here. Bronte Wilson's in 18. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
What else have we got here? Yeah, so Alice Gregory on the other wing, Casey Ray at 5'8", Racine McGregor, captain at halfback, Madison Mulhall, Zali Hopkins, Pierre Tapsell, Ella Costa, Charlotte Basham, Hannah Southwell at lock. And on the bench, I've got Nita Maynard Perrin, Trinity Oh, geez, I'm going to ruin your last name, Trinity, so I'm not even going to attempt it. I'll listen out to the
We'll do it.
Tuanui. Yeah, right. I'm going to listen out to the commentators on that one.
100%.
Olivia Ingram and Bronte Wilson comes in there, so that pushes Jamie Millard into that 18th lady on the bench there. All right. I'm going a 13 plus. I reckon we bounce back pretty big. I think Scotty has a point to prove. I think the fact that Skylar is there, we might try a few things, so maybe that will limit us. But if Skylar kicks off, she could be all right anyway.
100%. And the what's it called? The omission of Bostock and then our addition of Brianna Clark back into the team.
Yeah,
big in for us. Tightens up that middle. Noticeable. Not noticeable because she's injured, but I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how Lauren Dam goes in that left edge position after the weekend that Tara had defensively. So, competition creates culture and it creates, competition is what we need in positions. We don't want anyone to feel comfortable where they are. So if Lauren can come in and do a job, it makes a good headache for Princey down the track. And, it makes everyone stand up and be accountable that no jersey is just theirs. So
that's it. And I feel like if Regan Hicks wasn't suspended,
yeah, she would be.
She probably would have got that outside edge role, which would have been pretty interesting to see. Girl loves to put on a hit. So talking about defense. All right, I think that's us, mate.
Yeah, mate. No, I think I'm with you. We've already put the bet on, so thoroughbreds. But
get around that.
It's just going to be interesting. All I want to see, it's the same. we say it with the men's podcast all the time. Let's not try and blow them off the park in the first 20. Let's just try and play some up and down footy. It's a short season in the NRLW. Let's try and get some fundamentals right. And then, once we have them fatigued and once we start dominating, then we can show, our class and, put the sparkly bits on the end of our attacking raids. But, I just don't want them to go out there and think, we're going to have to make up for the Roosters game. So let's throw the ball willy-nilly in the first 10. So no doubt, I think Scotty will have them doing that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be great. 145. Hopefully this stupid weather system doesn't get down there and be a pisser. So that might be why the 13 plus is paying $2.18 because they reckon it's going to be an absolute bog. But anyway, hopefully thoroughbreds, the weather holds out.
Hopefully. All right. That's us for the NRLW live show. Leave us a comment on our socials and whatnot. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. This will be going up on Spotify. It'll be going up again on YouTube as an episode. Also on Apple and Amazon. Give us a like, follow. Like I said, give us a comment. Bet responsibly. Be a contributor to society. Stay out of one another unless it's consensual. And we'll gallop off into the weekend. Enjoy the Sunday. See you later.
Thanks, thoroughbreds. Catch you later.